Hey, my name is Chinway, and welcome back to the Rich Witch Show. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Shout out to all my rich witches and rich wizards out there in Weezy Wonderland. It's your girl, Chinway, a.k.a. Chinway Talisa, a.k.a. Chin Weezy, a.k.a. Madam Weezy, a.k.a. Le Rich Wish. And you is now tuned in to Season 2, Episode Somebody. I don't know. I done lost count, y'all. We done had to stop, pause, and then press play. So I don't even know where we at. All I know is today is all about Taurus the Bull. Now, you might be wondering why we skip from Pisces over Aries to go into Taurus. Well, just so you know, Aries energy has so humbly passed the mic to Taurus, because we have been talking about Aries energy since April. Life force energy, Jesus cardinal energy, 333 ringing a bell. Yes, we've been talking about that cardinal Aries energy all along, and we will continue to talk about it. So Aries said, I don't need a whole week dedicated to me, because listen, the whole year has been dedicated to me, honey. So just make sure you include me, but we're gonna pass the mic to the Tauruses. So that's what we're talking about this week. Today is Moon Day, Lunes, right? Monday, Moon Day. And so the moon is in Gemini on the 27th degree, which is even more Gemini energy. And I'm super excited to discuss that because it just brings me a lot of peace. My moon is in Gemini, so I just, for some reason today, feel a lot of clarity, a lot of solace, especially in my writings. And I'm gonna read something to y'all to kick off this Taurus energy. We're gonna come back to planet power and talk about Moon Day, but first we're gonna get into this Get Real and Heal. Okay, I wanted to bring the segments back, bring back some organization. I know this is real freestyle, but I do like having a little bit of structure. So it's time to get real and heal. Give me some. I also want to give a shout out to our live studio audience member. Woo! Make some noise. Yes, that is my mama, Miss Stacy Cole Crafty. She did my braids. Ooh, I almost snatched my earring out. Didn't she do a good job? We're gonna do a spin for the camera, okay, and a look back. Yes. Okay, so I want to read to y'all what I wrote about this Taurus energy, and it says, it was about this card right here, the Hanged One in reverse. Okay, so this could be your card of the week. Just take that in while I read what came to me. Wow, like, I'm so freaking excited about the Hangman in reverse. That's what Taurus week is giving, apparently. Told you I saw Uranus when I saw that card. Like, people see your perspective. Hell, you see your own perspective. I just hear, oh, I get it, with so much fucking satisfaction. This is blessings. So that was the energy that I was picking up on this week. Yesterday when I was writing, and I was like, so what is Taurus energy all about? What is Taurus energy all about? Not even realizing that I had skipped Aries, but Taurus energy is all about the baby. But what I get from Taurus, honestly, is the terrible twos. So this is when the baby starts to stand up, and they start to learn how to walk, and they start to say no. And I have a voice, and yes, you have taught me some things, but now I kind of am starting to conceptualize some things. You know, I'm not like a super baby, but now I can walk, and I can talk, and I can express myself, and people can hear me. And I just feel it's a different type of experience, especially as somebody that's coming from being a total observer like babies are, into becoming a little bit more vocal. Like, you're not so much an observant, you're more of a participator in life once you hit this terrible twos stage. And the terrible twos is just saying no. Make me. The terrible two says make me. Why should I trust you? I know you feed me and you clothe me and you shelter me up until this point, but I want to know why I should listen to you. It's like a lot of skepticism. Okay, so the letter S could be significant. We always got these S's with Miss Stacy over here. Okay, we always got the S's as the key word, but that's what I'm getting for Taurus energy. So I know I said they're the bull, okay, but the other archetype of the Taurus is the baby, and we'll talk even more about that. But let's talk about the bull. So because this episode is called Taurus the Bull, so let's talk about the bull. And when I was writing You know, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is typically associated with feminine energy, with this pink and this purple that we have going. But I was like, you know, even though it's ruled by this feminine energy, for some reason, I'm getting very masculine energy with Taurus. And that's because it is ruled by the bull, or the mascot that we know and associate with it is the bull. The bull is very, territorial. They have a lot of testosterone. They're very possessive. So while you're in this Taurus energy this week, even though it is Scorpio season, happy Scorpio season, we're going to talk about Scorpio season 2, because Scorpio season did not play. Even though you're in Scorpio season, it looks like it's trying to rain, y'all. We're still channeling this Taurus energy, which means you're very, very, very attractive. Do you guys remember that episode, season 1, episode 2, where we talked about being very attractive? This is all of that coming to pass in the present, okay? All those predictions 6 months ago, this is what we're seeing come into place right now. Very, very, very attractive. And so people could be wanting to possess you because you just look so vibrant, standing up for yourself, saying no, like that baby energy. But it's really catching people by surprise, and they're intrigued and they want to know more of it. They want to know, oh dang, they're not just this little passive energy, they kind of buck. And for some reason, it's very attractive because it's coming from this Mars fiery place of spirit. It's not coming from the ego. It's not coming from these emotions that you just can't control. No, it's your spirit. And people are going to be attracted to that because your spirit is your light. Okay, so that's what we're talking about with Taurus energy. Taurus is also a fixed sign. We'll talk more about that. It's an earth sign. And it also poses some questions. And the questions that they wanted you to consider was, who do you trust? That's a big one that's been coming up. So this is coming more off that Piscean energy about trusting. So we've got to the ethereal the ethereal version of who do we trust, and we've explored that with Pisces energy. We'll talk more about that on Westside Weezy Wisdom Wednesdays. Now we're getting into the physical. Now all of that spiritual team is being manifested here in the physical, especially since Taurus is an earth sign, a fixed sign. So who do you trust to listen and learn and observe from? Because toddlers have to rely on a lot of trust. The letter T could also be significant. S is always significant, but this week, letter T. Okay, also here on Message Mondays, we got music, we got synchronicities, letters, colors that may come up throughout the lecture to keep a hold of, to let you know you're on the right path when you see these numbers, colors, things of that nature. It's just all integrated into Get Real and Heal. That's all. The number 4 could also be significant because of this masculine energy, this home energy. Taurus also rules that second house. That's about values and finances. We'll talk even more about that tomorrow. Pull some cards and all that stuff. I just wanted to give you an overview. Anything else? Oh, our mantra coming to us specially from Pops. Y'all love my cup. Remember I told you I wanted a nice fancy cup? My mama got me this nice fancy cup. So cute. Okay, so the mantra for the week is big Taurus energy, and it's on Twitter at Rich Wit Show. I'm not selfish, I just love myself. I'm not selfish, I just love myself. So the other question that Taurus poses, especially with this Gemini moon energy, I suggest you do a lot of journaling today. If you don't have it right now, it's okay. Just keep in mind you need to come back to this Gemini moon energy. Okay, we're already in planet power. Yes, let's talk about this Gemini moon energy. So good time to write about with this mantra being, I'm not selfish, I just love myself. What does self-love look like to you? Define it physically. We've already done the internal. I'm about to burp on the confirmation. Excuse me. Okay, thank you. We've already done the internal. What does self-love look like to you physically? We've already done the physical. We've already talked about this, getting our hair together, getting our nails together, going out of our way to do little things, even when we don't feel like it, dressing up a couple of times out the week, even if you want to do all 5 days. We talked about that. Now, it's about relationships. It's about our relationships. I know we're not really in Libra energy anymore, but it's still a big focus. I keep pulling up my jacket, doing the Omarion, okay? It's still a big focus on relationships. So write down what does self-love look like to you in your relationships. How do you treat yourself in your relationships? Remember about the accountability. Are you still beating yourself up? It's just time to do an evaluation on what does self-love look like to you as it relates to how you interact with other people. I think we've done a really good job with taking care of ourselves. Okay, that's self-love. My physical is intact. My internal is intact. Making sure I do my check-ins. I do my walks. I do my tapping. I do my writings. Okay, that's self-love. I do my readings. All that's internal. External, boom, boom, bam. Got my mama do my hair, do my nails. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, what does that look like between other people? What does self-love look like to you out in the world, your internet presence in particular, as well as your neighborhood, your family? What do those things look like to you? Start thinking about that when it comes to self-love, as well as the whole trust thing, okay? Because the trust thing will let you know, it will let you know something about the self-love. If you can trust yourself, you can trust others. It's all a form of self-love. I'm not sure how that connects exactly, but those two they seem like two separate questions and ideas, but they're not, and they tie into one another. And as we progress through the week, we will see how those two things work together. Now, the word of the week, which is something new that I got from Avalon Intuitive, and my mom said earlier, is being open. And what I feel we should be open to is receiving love, especially in this Taurus energy. We all know Taurus energy is about receiving. I believe that we should be open to receiving love. So write that down. Again, with this moon in Gemini, write down what it would look like to receive love. Write down what it would look like to receive better. This is still Venus energy. So what would you take? Maybe also this is about taking the bull by the horns. There's a very beautiful balance here, which is what I'm getting from this hangman energy. Very beautiful balanced energy of, typically this card is upside down. And how did I get this card? Was yesterday I was pulling, and this was the last card that came out, and I just adored it, and I had to put it on my screensaver and everything. Gemini is giving us, this Gemini moon is giving us some perspective on some things that have been shady, some things that have been turned around, turned upside down. And typically this is what this card looks like upright, and this person is upside down, right? They're hanging upside down. They went up higher in a tree to get a better perspective, and they had to turn upside down. They had to get up higher and turn upside down to get a different perspective. But with this card coming out in the reverse, I just get such, look at her face, a satisfying look from her face. And it's like all is right in the world. And to me, this was confirmed by, shout out, we haven't done sports on this show yet. I want to give a shout out to them Dirty Birds, baby. Dirty Birds and them Braves, because we going to the World Series, baby. World to Jamal. It doesn't matter because we going to the World Series. That's an inside joke. Shout out to Pop, shout out to Jamal. But just, it's just really a interesting time. This is that Uranus energy, okay? So Gemini, this Gemini moon energy is so weird, because typically you would be confused, you would be going every which way, but what I really feel is just some satisfaction. Like, yeah, that's about right. And like my mom said earlier this morning, it's not about being right, but just about saying, okay, I get it. There was something you didn't get. There was something you did not get. And I feel today, through writing, through journaling, okay, writing keeps coming up, through writing, through journaling, do a lot of writing, a lot of journaling today. There was something that you just didn't get. It could have to do with self-love. It could have to do with trust. It just has something to do with you and your shadow, especially with us being in Scorpio season. And you're just going to be like, okay, I get it. I get me. And it's like, I get me. Maybe you didn't understand you, but this is saying, I get me. And that could be where that terrible two phase is coming from, with this Taurus and horrible together. This horrible energy where you're just like, no, I get me. I get me. Look how she's looking, like, I get me. I'm not turned around. I'm right side up. I just have a different perspective, and that's okay. And this Gemini moon is coming to say, girl, you got a different perspective, and it's so cool. Just really looking at yourself differently, like, damn, I see where you coming from, self. Like, I see where you coming from. I see where you coming from. that is what's happening for you. And so that is going to be reflected to you, and you're going to be attracting more people who see where you're coming from. Very, very, very attractive, attracting light, attracting light, attracting light, like I said, because your spirit is driving you forward, so you are attracting light. Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to say about Taurus energy. Oh, don't forget to breathe with the trees. Oh, that wind chime is nice. One more time. And that's all we got for you today. So tomorrow we're gonna talk about planet power. We're gonna talk about what Mars is doing. More Mars energy, more fiery Aries energy. You gotta love this Mars energy. I'm sure there will be a song that comes through for you tomorrow, some colors and all that stuff. But in the meantime, don't forget to journal. What is self-love to you? What does it look like to you? What have you already achieved also? Because instead of looking at what we don't have, we really need to start looking at how you have achieved self-love. Okay, so if you made it this far in the episode and you did that first part, come back and write the ways in which you have achieved your self-love. Okay, this is what Vishen and Jemai refer to as the reverse gap. Really need to do a reverse gap gratitude exercise to break through the vibration right now, because your vibration is naturally high, but just so you can feel it, gratitude is going to help you ground that energy and feel like yourself again, with this hangman energy, really realigning that energy, because like I said, you've come into some sort of awareness about yourself and you love yourself, and so now it's time to integrate the emotions with that as well. Yeah, especially with Taurus and the Venus and the lovely pink energy. So that's what I got for y'all. Tomorrow I will see y'all. We will pull some cards, Tech Tuesday, Tarot Tuesday, all of that. And yeah, that's it. Ma, you got anything you want to say? No? She looked at me like no. So anyway, I send you lots of love and healing energy. I will see you on the other side. Mwah, we see out.